it's TxStampin Sharon. I have a really sweet little card for you today, and I'm going to teach you two different ways, two different ways that you could do it if you don't have the supplies that I'm using. If you need any of the supplies that I'm using, you can look at my store link below, and I'd be happy to help you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. On today's video, we're going to be making this sweet little card, and I have a couple of different options for you. The grass and flowers were cut out after using the pigment crystals. A few videos back, I shared a peacock card with these colors, and I know that some of you were interested in what was I going to do with the other two colors. The other color is another video, so you'll want to stay tuned for that one. But I wanted to share with you a different way to do it if you didn't want to use the pigment sprinkles. Some of you may think that it's a little too messy or you don't have them or whatever. So let's make this card a different way. I am using the Silhouette Scenes and the Friendly Silhouette dies. This is one of my new favorites here lately. I've been playing with it a lot. I have my cardstock all cut. I have Granny Apple Green that is 5.5 by 8.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. I have a layer of basic black that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I have a layer of Whisper White that's going to go on top of that, and that is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And then I have a piece of Whisper White that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. That's going to go on the inside. First thing we're going to do is do some embossing. I have my Versamark pad, using my embossing buddy to get any static out of the cardstock. You want to make sure you press down since our girl is pretty solid. You could stamp her just in black memento if you wanted to, if you don't want to emboss, but I love the effect. I'm gonna make sure that we got it all embossed. Next, we're going to create the grass and flowers at the bottom. And instead of using the pigment, I wanted to show you a different way you could do it. I've already cut out a strip. Looks like it's a little bit too long, so we're going to trim that down. We're going to use Daffodil Delight and Granny Apple Green, my favorite green. And we're going to use sponge daubers. We're going to color this ourselves without using the pigment sprinkles. I feel like you would want to use the daubers so that you could kind of pounce it like I'm doing, because these are pretty delicate, so you don't want to tear them like by using a sponge. Before we add that, I want to go ahead and stamp our sentiment. Again, using the embossing buddy. I love this sentiment. Life was meant for good friends and great adventures. Oh, I've had so many fun adventures with my stamping friends. We're going to go ahead and add this to the bottom. You could use a sponge to apply the glue, but I found this works just fine, like this on this piece. I love using the silicone mat to push down on something like this, because then I don't get all of the glue on my fingers. Now, for my tree branches, I kept thinking they looked a little skinny. However, it was the only die that I have, and it's from the seasonal layers. So then I got to thinking, you know, you buy this one, you buy that one. What else can we do for the trees? You can just take a scrap of cardstock and make your own little branch. A little too pointed. So if we do that, and we do this, we can build our own little tree like that. Maybe I'm not such a good tree builder, but it's just to give the illusion of a tree instead of the swing just hanging by itself. Let's see. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it like that, but you get the idea. I was just trying to give you different ways that you could use things that are, you know, scraps of cardstock. We're going to go ahead and put our card together. Really give it a good rub. Make sure it's all stuck down. On this card, it is bolder colors because we added it with the ink. And then of course our yellows are brighter hues than what came out on this one. But I wanted to show y'all what I did with the pigment sprinkles piece. So however you choose to make your tree, I know your card will turn out just as cute as this one. I sure hope y'all learned a thing or two today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I love reading your comments. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you'll subscribe. Happy stamping, y'all.